Okay, so now we'll have this last lecture, no, about the spirochetes or the spiral bacterias and other unusual pathogens. We have your Mycoplasma, Chlamydia, and Rickettsia. Mycoplasma, and Urea plasma are the cell wall-less organisms. Chlamydia and Rickettsia are your obligate intracellular bacteria. Okay, wait. Yan. So at the end of this period, so we hope, or I hope that you will be able to characterize pathogenic spirochetes, mycoplasma, chlamydia, and rickettsia, discuss virulence factors of significant spirochetes, mycoplasma, and chlamydia, identify lab tests for their identifications, and recognize their implication to public health. Ayan. So order Spirocetalis. Okay, we have two families under that one, the Spirocetaceae, which are your free-living large spiral organisms, and your Treponemataceae, which are in which the Treponema species no belongs, especially the human pathogen Treponema borrelia and your Leptospira. So let's start with your Treponema species, no? So your Treponema species is not only limited to causing syphilis, no? As it is known to as it is known to be the causative agent of your syphilis or the sexually transmitted illness. So your Treponema pallidum has actually subspecies. So ayan. So we have your the Treponema pallidum subspecies pallidum, which causes your syphilis, your Treponema pallidum subspecies pertenue, which causes yos. So, timanan lang ninyo, pertenue, yos. So pertenue, yos. These are ulcerative skin lesions. Treponema pallidum subspecies endemicum causes Begel or your endemic syphilis, which causes lesions around your oral mucosa. And we have your Treponema pallidum subspecies Carateum, which causes your pinta or characterized by flat red or blue lesions. Yeah, so morphology of your Treponema pallidum. So we have this spiral bacteria, no? Of course, they have your um this what you call as their flagella, though it is not called flagella again, 'di ba? We have discussed this sa prelims that your spirochetes or your spiral bacteria has a different type of flagella or their organ of locomotion, and that is your periplasmic um uh periplasmic flagella or your endoflagella, which is surrounds your bacteria, giving them a corkscrew motility. Ayan, so they are slender spirals. Again, it rotate steadily around their endoflagella or your periplasmic flagella, even after attaching to cells by their tapered ends. Yeah, so they are not readily seen with ordinary dyes, no? We usually use fluorescent dyes in order to see your Treponema pallidum. Okay? So yan, immunofluorescent stain, dark field illumination, or your iron staining. And if they are or if they invade your tissues naman, your Treponema pallidum can be stained no through silver impregnation techniques, okay, or silver impregnation method. So example of your silver impregnation method used not to demonstrate your Treponema pallidum is actually your Warthin starry stain. So 'di ba na-remember na to dati si Wason stain um si Wason stain kay sa tawag ni Yersinia pestis, no, giving the bipolar appearance of your bacteria. Now for the tissues, no, for the Treponema pallidum naman seen in your tissues, we can use the Warthin starry stain. Ayan. So, in culture, no, we haven't or we cannot really culture your Treponema pallidum on artificial culture media, such as BAPCAP. We cannot really culture them. So, experimentally, they are cultured, no, through the skin, testes, and eye of your rabbits. However, again, animal inoculation now is prohibited. So, but we can grow them on tissues, no, in short periods of time. They are microaerophiles, meaning they need a little amount of oxygen only. No, they grow best at 1 to 4% oxygen levels and may remain motile in 3 to 6 days at 25 degrees or at your room temperature. They remain viable for at least 24 hours in whole blood or plasma when stored at ref temperature or at 4 degrees Celsius. Ayan. So what kills the spirochete? So how do we tawag nito? How are we going to control now your spirochete? So they are sensitive to drying. Okay. And elevation of the temperature to 42 degrees. No, they cannot survive or they cannot withstand increased temperatures. They are also susceptible no, to trivalent arsenical or chemical mineral no not chem elements no arsenic or trivalent arsenal mercury bismuth, and they are also susceptible to penicillin. So antigenic structures of your tawag nito, your Treponema pallidum, no? They have our outer sheath, which is composed of your glycosaminoglycan coating. We also have your outer membrane, no, that surrounds the periplasmic space, which contains your endoflagella or your periplasmic flagella, and the peptidoglycan cytoplasmic membrane complex. Your endoflagella is also known as eggshell filaments. No? So yan, dagan kay pangalan ang flagella ni spirochetes or spirochete ni Treponema pallidum. No? So we have endoflagella, eggshell filaments, and your periplasmic flagella. It also produces hyaluronidase, no, which is responsible for its spreading, no, around your host. Okay, so it has a lot of protein antigens, no, approximately greater than 100 protein antigens, one of which is your cardiolipin. Okay, so cardiolipin is one of the antigen that is produced by your Treponema pallidum, no. We also that we usually do testing, no, to identify if the patient is having this type of infection. Okay, so this cardiolipin now, the antigen cardiolipin will promote or will tawag nito, will react, no, or will give rise to an antibody, no, which is your reagin. Okay? Ayan. So they also develop reagin. So this reagin now, these are antibody-like substances now produced by your Treponema species. Yan. So again, so your Treponema pallidum, subspecies pallidum causes syphilis. So it is divided into two, no? Two types. So we have acquired syphilis, which is acquired through sexual contact. Okay, so this is a sexually transmitted illness. Up to 3 to 6 weeks of incubation, you will see the lesions. Okay, on the specifically on the site of contact, okay, kung saan yung site of contact ng ating bacteria, dun din lalabas yung lesions or your infectious lesions. So specifically on skin or mucous membranes of your genitals. Since again, it is a sexually transmitted illness, so usually ang affected or the lesions will be seen sa skin or mucous membranes of the genitals of a patient. So, pwede din intrarectal, so inside the rectum, perianal, so around your anus, and or oral lesions. No, of course, no, kamo na imagine ngano kaya, guys. Kamo na imagine nganong infectious or na ay intrarectal, perianal, and oral na mga lesions. Okay, so that's just 10 to 20% of the cases of your syphilis. So they multiply locally, they spread through the to the nearby lymph nodes, then reach the bloodstream. So your acquired syphilis has 4 stages. Okay, so first is we have your primary stage. So your primary stage causes what? Chancre or hard chancre. So your chancre, this is an example of a chancre, no? So this one is usually sa genital organ ng ating infected patients. So these are hard chancre. Yan. This heals usually after 4 to 6 weeks. So, di ba, recall that we have also discussed, no, bacteria that is causing a soft chancre, which is your um, Haemophilus ducreyi. Okay, it causes your soft chancre. Yan, soft chancre. Okay? So, Haemophilus ducreyi. Si hard chancre naman is caused by your Treponema pallidum, subspecies pallidum, or your syphilis. Ayan. So, it causes also regional lymphadenopathy. So, once they enter, no, our tissues or they cause lesions, no, they will be spread, okay, through the nearest lymph node. That's why there will be lymphadenopathy sa ating patient. Ayan. So next is the secondary stage. So we have the secondary stage, which is usually characterized no, by hair loss, fever, and weight loss. So dito na magsa-start yung physical manifestations talaga ng patient natin with syphilis. And dili na regional ang lymphadenopathy, it becomes generalized. Meaning, dili lang siya located in one region. So kung naka sa primary stage man god, usually yung lymphadenopathy mo nalang po siya dira dapit sa may inguinal area. So when you reach the secondary stage of the syphilis, no, or the acquired syphilis, generalized yung lymphadenopathy. So daghan na kayo og infected lymph nodes. Okay, it causes also red rash, no, specifically on the palms and the soles. So sa inyong kamot ug sa inyong mga tiil, dira usually nag-appear ang rash sa patients with syphilis. It causes the lesions no that is caused by your syphilis on the secondary stage is called condylomata or condylomata lata. Okay? So kung sa primary we have your hard chancre or chunker. Sa secondary stage naman, we have your condylomata lata. We may also, or your secondary stage may also be through or causing syphilitic meningitis, chorioretinitis, hepatitis, nephritis, and periostitis. So, it causes inflammations, no, in the brain or the meninges, chorioretinitis, hepatitis, your liver, your nephritis, kidneys. So it causes a lot of inflammation throughout your body because again, it is generalized. So nag-spread na ang infection. So next, after your secondary stage, no, so we have your latent stage. Okay, so what is latent stage? So your latent stage, guys, this is actually very tricky, no, in patients with syphilis, especially if those infected people wala nagpa-treat. Because if they reach the latent stage, wala kasi silang symptoms. Okay, so wala kay makita na symptoms sa ila. They appear to be normal outside the uh, they appear to be normal outside. However, no, positive sila with your um positive sila with your antibodies against your treponins. So, if i-test nimo tong mga patients with in latent stage no with antibodies against your treponema pallidum, they will test positive. Ayan. So, 2 out of 3 no patients or 66% will actually resolve on its own. However, no 33% naman, especially those na left untreated, no, and sige pa pud siya og engaged no with sexual acts, especially in patients or in other person na infected and with syphilis, your latent stage will eventually progress to tertiary syphilis. Ayan, so untreated infection sometimes remains latent, no, before it progresses to tertiary syphilis. So your tertiary stage naman, so if the patient reaches your tertiary syphilis, it causes gumas. So these gumas now are actually lesions again. So like tawag ang lesions, guys, depending on the stage of the syphilis. So again, sa primary chancre, pag secondary, we have condylomata lata. Sa latent, again, no signs and symptoms. When it reach tertiary stage, it will be called guma. So it affects your skin, internal organs, CNS, bones, eyes, and the heart. So when it reaches, or if your if you have reached the tertiary syphilis, no, it especially if it will reach your CNS or your central nervous system, it will cause neurosyphilis, which will eventually lead to paralysis. Ayan, if naabot po siya sa eyes, no, it will cause blindness. Sa heart naman, it causes aneurysms or aortic damage. Ayan, so this is an example of guma. So again, it is still lesions, no? Lesions pa rin siya. Ayan. So as you can see, these are the gumas, no, in tertiary syphilis. Ayan. So dili lang siya sa skin, no? Tawag ani. Wala lang siya na tawag ni guys, kalimutan ko guys. Wala lang siya na confined no sa skin, but it can also cause lesions na karon sa internal organs. Yan, it causes gumas in your brain, liver, bone, and even the heart. Ayan. So, your syphilis is often um, called no, the great imitator because it imitates a lot of symptoms and a lot of signs and symptoms that they usually misdiagnose this infection. Yes, that's why gitawag siya great imitator. Yan. Yan, so this one, congenital syphilis. So that's acquired, no? Katong atong i-discuss kanina, that's acquired syphilis. Now we have congenital syphilis. So from the name itself, na congenital, no? Your treponema actually can cross the placenta. Ayan, so they can cause the placenta. So your treponemes, is if they are able to cross the placenta, especially in pregnant women, no, it will infect now your fetus. Okay? It will infect your fetus. Ayan. So, usually latent stage, 10 to 15th week of gestation. Ayan, it causes fetal death, no? Even inside the mother's body. It causes also miscarriages and stillborn at term. Okay, so yan. So mamatay lang yapon ang inyong baby ani guys. And then if makasurvive naman siya no, um it can also live but still with congenital syphilis in childhood. Usually, ang patients with congenital syphilis no cause will be characterized by interstitial keratitis, Hutchinson's teeth, so like this one, saddle nose, periostitis, damage to mental development or other neurological symptoms. So it will still be sick no if ever na makasurvive man siya sa delivery. So how do we diagnose with Treponema pallidum no? So we can swab okay, our patients, no, especially the lesions, and we stain them with immunofluorescence and using their dark field microscopy. So since it's fluorescent, no, kung fluorescent siya, it will fluoresce under a dark background. So you need a dark field microscope. Ayan. So, unsay ginahimo diri sa immunofluorescence. So, so to gani. We will add no a serum which is fluorescent labeled anti-treponemal. So ang atong ginadiagnose or ginapangita nato diri sa immunofluorescence okay through dark field examination is actually the live treponemes. Katong treponema the bacteria itself. Okay, so what are we going to do to exhibit that or to show or to see that bacteria. So mag-add ta og antibody. Okay, so mag-antag antibody. So since your bacteria is an antigen, you will add your antibody. Okay? So natay antibody, the anti-treponemal antibody no which is present in the serum. Then this antibody, the anti-treponemal antibody is fluorescent labeled. When we say fluorescent labeled, they are carried, okay? The antibody is carried with fluorescence or fluorescent dye. Okay? So kung na siya fluorescent dye, pag kaning antibody, di mo ko ka-drawing guys, okay? But kapag kaning antibody, imagine na lang ninyo, kung katong antibody, muswak siya sa iyang tama na antigen, okay? Musiga tong iyang bitbit na fluorescent dye. Okay? So once musiga to siya, okay, so ma-view na nato ang atong bacteria. So that's the principle of your immunofluorescence na dye. Okay? Or pwede po nato ma-diagnose ang ato ang patients with serologic tests using blood samples or serum samples. We have two types of serologic tests no, to detect your Treponema pallidum. So we have your non-treponemal test and your treponemal antibody test. So, nanong na non-treponemal o treponemal, ma'am? So, we have your first, I will discuss first the non-specific or the non-treponemal test. So, your non-specific non-treponemal tests, these are tests, no, or these are tests that detects, no, the antigens that are produced by your bacteria or the treponema. Dili siya necessary the bacteria itself. Again, dili siya necessary the bacteria itself, but the antigens it produces. Okay? So this is just for screening purposes, no? Non-specific or non-treponemal tests can be used as a screening test, no, for our patients with syphilis. And it can also be used, no, to monitor the efficacy of the therapy or the therapy of our patient. So, okay, so what is done or how it is done? No? So we have lipid antigen particles dispersed in the serum and flocculate with reagin. So remember, no, that your Treponema pallidum can produce reagin. So we have antigens, cardiolipin, cholesterol, and purified lecithin that can be used, no, to sa tawag ni that can be used to detect the reagin. Okay, again ha, this reagin guys, kaning reagin, sorry, kaning reagin, mao ni ang ginaproduce ni treponema. So, di ba again, balik ta, si reagin, mao to siya ang antibody-like structure na ginaproduce ni treponema. Okay? So, karon i-detect nato ning reagin. Okay? So, ano man nato pag-detect sa reagin? Kailangan nato antigen. So, since this is antibody-like, okay, again, this is antibody-like, kailangan na to antigen para ma-detect na to ng presence sa reagin. Unsa ang mga antigen ni reagin? Pwede cardiolipin, pwede cholesterol, and pwede purified lecithin. Okay? So, again, we detect reagin, no? What is the other name of reagin? We have your Wassermann antibodies. Okay? So, these are non-treponemal antibodies. So, Wassermann antibodies or your reagin. So, tests, mo siya ang mga test, no? To detect the Wassermann antibodies or the reagin that is produced by your Treponema species. So, we have your VDRL. VDRL is the meaning of VDRL is Venereal Disease Research Laboratory. Pwede po USR test or the unheated serum reagin. RPR, mo yung pinaka-common na ito ginagamit sa laboratory, no? The RPR, the Rapid Plasma Reagin. Card tests, and your toluidine red unheated serum test or the TRUST. So these are your examples of your non-treponemal test or your non-specific test, no, used to detect your reagin. Again ha, dili ang bacteria atong ginadetect diri but your reagin. Okay, next is the specific treponemal test, no? So your specific treponemal test, so from the name itself, treponemal tests. So it detects now what? Your antigen or the bacteria itself. Okay? So, since screening test man tong ato ang non-specific, no, kanima VDRL, USR, RPR, and TRUST. So, if reactive ka with the non-screening test, no, we can proceed with the confirmatory testing. So, we can confirm, no, the presence of our or the reactivity of our non-TREP test to TREP test. So, this confirms the non-treponemal test results. So, we usually do the TPPA or the TPHA. So usually ang ginagamit nato confirmatory for your RPRs, no, especially RPR kay mao na screening test for treponema, we do TPHA or the treponema pallidum hemagglutination. But we can also use the treponema pallidum particle agglutination. Ayan, gelatin particle sensitized with ano sa tawag ani? Treponema pallidum. Okay, TPHA, the hemagglutination, the microhemagglutination treponema pallidum, which uses sheep's erythrocytes. So, ang makita nimo na positive results ani kay clumping or agglutination, no? So, instead na ang bitbit sa atong antibody kay fluorescent, di ba ganina anak ko, na sa direct sa dark field microscopy or sa immunofluorescent dye, nagbitbit siya og fluorescent dye para musiga siya pag magnaa na siya tama na antibody na makuha or na bind niya. So kung sa hemagglutination naman o sa microhemagglutination, it uses sheep erythrocytes. So meaning katong antibody natong gamiton as reagent no, nagbitbit siya og RBC. Okay? So in layman's term na lang ni guys para dali, nagbitbit siya og RBC. So kung naa na siya ma-detect or mag-bind siya with the appropriate antigen, especially your bacteria, no, it will cause clumping. Okay, mag-clump sila. So mo na makita na to macroscopically ang agglutination. Okay, kay nagbitbit man siya og erythrocytes. Okay, so we have also your enzyme immunoassay for Treponema pallidum, no, and we can also use the fluorescent treponemal antibody absorb testing or the FTA ABS. Okay. Ayan, so, unsa man ni siya guys? So, Phyllis is back daw. So, how do we treatment and control, no, or prevention and control? So, for syphilis, no, it is one of the tests that a routine test, no, for pregnant women because again, it is a sexually transmitted disease. So, isa siya sa atong gina-test sa pregnant women. Required jud na siya guys sa mga buntis. Okay? Aside from that, no, isa po siya sa test that we usually do for blood bags. Okay, again, sa blood bags. So, isa na siya na testing na ginabuhat nato for the monitoring no of our blood bags to ensure no na ang masalin na dugo nato for our patients is safe, no? Wala siya yung mga diseases. Okay? Ayan, so surveillance and outbreak response, no, these are controls, no, or control measures, no, for our syphilis. So we have intensified case finding, partner follow-up, no? If na ay positive na patient, okay, so i-follow up po di ang partner because again, it is a sexually transmitted disease and analysis. So ayan, clinical and laboratory services, no? Expanded ang clinic hours, street outreach, staff cross-training, rapid screening in jails, and homeless shelters. And we can also do no health promotion no para ma-avoid natin ang spread of syphilis. So ma-avoid man siya guys no with the use of barriers. Okay? Safe sex, you're practicing safe sex and barriers, especially barriers because again it is transmitted through sexual contact with contaminated or with infected patients sa body fluids. Ayan, asa naman ko? Di naman yung mugana. Ayan, so much for Treponema, no? So we have your Borrelia species. So especially your Borrelia recurrentis. So your Borrelia recurrentis is actually a spirochete, no? That is present or transmitted via your human louse or kuto, guys. Ana lang kasayon. Okay, so your Borrelia recurrentis is transmitted via human louse. So this causes relapsing fever. So remember, no, napod tayo parasite, okay, that is causing your relapsing fever, no? Naapod tay bacteria that can causes relapsing fever or the epidemic relapsing fever that is your Borrelia recurrentis. Again, it has or it needs a vector, no? At para ma-spread ang infection. So if ma-spread siya no through a vector, it will cause fever, chills, headaches, and body malaise. For fatal cases, no, usually it will infect now your spleen, liver, and other organs. Hemorrhagic lesions, no, on your kidneys and the GI tract. Okay, so ultimate recovery after 3 to 10 relapses. Ayan. So after 3 to 10 relapses, usually the patient is okay na, no, or recovered na siya. Ayan, so Borrelia recurrentis, again, it causes epidemic relapsing fever. How do we usually diagnose your Borrelia recurrentis? Usually blood samples, okay? So blood sample lang. Yan, so direct observation from the blood, okay, since it is a blood parasite, blood bacteria. Okay? So yeah, so blood specimen, especially in febrile episodes. So the best time to collect jud for patients with this infection no, is during the febrile episode. Kung sa man ang febrile, katong nag-fever siya guys. Okay? So we can also do the dark field microscopy, no? Um, thick and thin smear. Okay? Thick and thin smear, pwede na to gamiton, no? Using your gem sustain. Serology is not reliable for the diagnosis of your Borrelia or your relapsing fever because of the antigenic shift. No, the antigenic shift is the ability of the bacteria, no, to shift, no, to change its antigenic structures. So dili reliable ang antibody because once, for example, your Borrelia species is present in your blood. And then, syempre, kung present siya sa blood, what is the primary response of our body is to produce of our body is to produce antibody against that antigen. So, since nakabuhat na siya og antibody against that one, so nagtuo ka na pwede na nimo mapatay ang atong mga bakterya. However, your Borrelia is able to do antigenic shift. So, mag-shift siya og antigen sa iyahang surface. So katunay mong antibody na na-produce, dili na po to siya effective sa imuhang bacteria kay nag-change man siya og antigen sa iyang cell surface. So that's antigenic shift. That's why serological testing for Borrelia recurrentis is not reliable. Okay? So treatment for this one, so usually tetracycline, erythromycin, and penicillin. Ayan, so this is an example, no, kaning na dere. This is an example of your Borrelia, no, na naa sa inyong blood, sa blood smear. Okay? Okay. So next is your Borrelia burgdorferi. Okay, so ganina si recurrentis, again, it is transmitted via human louse. Okay, now we have your Borrelia burgdorferi. Your Borrelia burgdorferi naman, it causes Lyme disease. Okay, Lyme disease. So we have three stages of Lyme disease, no? We have your number one, stage one, rather, the erythema migrans. This is the characteristic skin lesion, no? Usually the skin lesion or this erythema migrans is characterized siya with a bullseye. Mura siyang bullseye rash. Okay? So, di ba kung natay bullseye colonies, katong sa Yersinia enterocolitica, kani si Borrelia burgdorferi, dili ang colony ang naga-appear og bullseye. Okay? Ang rash na iyang makos. So, kana siya, kanang lesion na dira man gud nagpaak ang exodus-tick. So, the vector for your Borrelia is your exodus-tick. So, the exodus-tick, once it bites you, no, it will cause erythema migrans. So yung lesions na ma-form, it will appear like a bullseye. Okay? And it will also cause flu-like symptoms. So mura kag magka-flu. And then when it reaches stage 2, no, it will infect now your joints. Okay? Your arthralgia and arthritis. And usually, it will also progress, no, to neurological manifestations. Ayan. So next is stage 3, no? So stage 3, we have your neurologic manifestation, stage rather, your chronic skin, CNS and joint involvement. So chronic na siya when it reaches stage 3. So yan. So virulence factors of your Borrelia is that it is also ano sa tawa na, it can also do no antigenic variation. So diagnosis for this one, we can actually do serology for this one, no, identification or your diagnosis of this one. However, it should be confirmed, no, by the immunoblot assay. Ayan, so muna akong ginaingon guys na murag bullseye. Okay? Ayan. So for Borrelia burgdorferi, no, once makanay mapaakan siya tick, no, it will develop erythema chronicum migrans. So ayan, mura siya bullseye. Okay, grown on liquid medium. So Barbour, Stoner, Kelly, or the BSK2 is actually the liquid media that can be used, no, to isolate or to grow your Borrelia burgdorferi. However, it is seldomly used because the diagnosis of this one, we can do the smearing. Okay, smearing, blood smear. Okay, akani siya, oh, this is their Borrelia. Ayan. So, sa immunofluorescence naman, this one, oh, nag-appear, nag-light siya, nagsiga siya, guys. Okay, so treatment for your Lyme disease or your Borrelia burgdorferi, we have your doxycycline, amoxicillin, penicillin G, and ceftriaxone. So next now we have your pinakasikat, no, isa sa pinakasikat na mga spirochete, no, your Leptospira. So, which is the causative agent of your leptospirosis. So, your leptospirosis is a fatal disease no, that spreads in dirty stagnant water caused by your Leptospira interrogans. Yan. So, di ba, uso kayo ni sa Manila, guys, no? Labi na tong time na sige sila kabahaan. So, uso jud kayo ang leptospirosis dead to sa ilaha because of baha, no? Ayan, stagnant water or baha. Tapos na kay open wound, no? Tapos mangi ang rat, no? Pag mangi ang rat na naay leptospira and nakaisamad sa tiil, naglublob kag tubig, ana. So yun, that will be the portal of entry no sa ato ang bacteria or the your leptospira interrogans. Sana naman eh, guys. Ayan. So, your Leptospira interrogans. Okay? It is tightly coiled, no? Kung tanawon nimo ang iyang appearance, no? Compared with your Borrelia and Treponema, mas coiled siya, no? Mas grabe ang coiling niya compared with your the other two, no? Your Borrelia medyo loose ang ilang ang pagka-spiral. Okay? Next, diagnosis of this one, no, we can do dark field examination or thick smears with GEMSA stain. Ayan. We can also grow, no, or it can be grown on artificial media, no, or a semi-solid media such as their Fletcher's media, okay, or EMJH media. So we have many serovars of your Leptospira, no? Naalang siya sa table sa Jowets. And actually sa Delos na po siya. You can just check kung dagan kayo siya og serovars. Let's focus lang no sa iya sorry, disease na makos. Ayan. So it causes Wales disease or leptospirosis, no? Other name for leptospirosis or the infection caused by your Leptospira interrogans is your Wales disease. So Wales disease, again, makuha siya sa asa, rat urine or contaminated water. So how does the bacteria enter now your host? So if the host or if the person has cuts or abrasions of sa skin niya or mucous membrane. So after ana makasulod gani itong leptospira no through the cuts no or the samad sa especially sa paa, okay? Napa siya incubation period na 1 to 2 weeks. So after 1 to 2 weeks no, it will cause fever, jaundice because it targets your liver. Okay? Hemorrhages and aseptic meningitis. Ayan. So, mo na ang mga clinical manifestations of patients with Leptospira infection. Ayan. Tapos, ayan. So, diagnosis is serology, no? Agglutination tests. Treatment for this one is we have your doxycycline, um, ampicillin, and amoxicillin. Ayan, sana to. Yan. So, this is your leptospirosis, no? Ayan. Hmm. Ano ba ni? Oh, ayan. Oh, di ba guys? So, bright kay siya. Kaya wala siya ni lusong sa tubig. Okay, so another spirochetal disease no is your spirillum minor. Spirillum minor. Um, it causes rat bite fever. Okay? It causes your rat bite fever or the Sudoku fever. They are small, rigid, and spiral. It is worldwide ang distribution sa atong spirillum um, minor. Okay, so sa tawag gani? It can also be spread no through bite of a rat. Okay, mao siya gitawag na rat bite fever, guys. So local lesions meaning na lesion dito sa site of infection kung asa nagpaak ang rat. Regional gland swelling. So sa to pinakadol na gland no, it will swell. Skin rashes and even fever. Ayan. So these are again no the summary no of your significant spirochetes. So we have again your Treponema pallidum. So again siya ay subspecies guys ha. Ayaw kalimot. Subspecies pallidum, subspecies pertenue, subspecies endemicum and subspecies um Sa ito isa ka subspecies. Pertenu, endemicum, pallidum, and your, wait lang, T. pallidum, Treponema pallidum, subspecies pallidum. Ano, okay? Ayan. Subspecies. Ayan. So, there. So, upat siya. Again, your Treponema pallidum, subspecies pallidum, Pertenu, endemicum, and your Carateo. Okay, Carateo. Okay, and then your Borrelia recurrentis, no, which is spread, no, through human louse bite. Okay, so kuto. Okay, it causes relapsing fever. Okay, and Borrelia burgdorferi, which causes your Lyme disease. Your Leptospira interrogans, which is caused by tawag ani, caused by or causing leptospirosis. Ayan. Okay, so now let's proceed with your mycoplasmas. So your mycoplasmas again, they are cell wall-less organisms. So again, kung cell wall-less sila, dili effective ang antibiotic sa ilaha that is inhibiting the cell wall synthesis because again, they don't have cell wall. Okay, so they are under order Mycoplasmatalis and family Mycoplasmataceae. So, two medically important genera under your Mycoplasma, we have your Mycoplasma and your Urea plasma. So, four species of primary importance. So, we have your Mycoplasma pneumoniae. It causes pneumonia, joint and other infections. Urea plasma urealyticum, which causes your non-gonococcal urethritis. So, a non-gonococcal meaning dili siya caused by your Neisseria gonorrhoeae. So, di ba ang ato ang gonorrhea can cause urethritis, infection of the urethra. Okay. However, no, we have also a urethritis that is caused by a non-gonococcal organism, which is your urea plasma, urea liticum. Your mycoplasma hominis, we have your postpartum fever, causes postpartum fever, uterine tube infections, and your mycoplasma genitalium, urethral, and other infections. So mycoplasma. So mycoplasma, we have your they have plasma membrane no instead of cell wall since wala silang cell wall, plasma membrane. So it is unique no, unique ang sa tawag ni ang plasma membrane sa atong mycoplasma because it has high content of sterols. Okay? High content ang sterols niya. Okay, so we have your very small sila no, and they are highly pleomorphic. Resistant sila to penicillin again because tawag nito, your penicillin is inhibiting cell wall synthesis but again they don't have cell wall. Urea plasma naman, itawag siya urea plasma because again it can metabolize urea. Virulence factor of your mycoplasma, so we have your protein 1, protein P1, which is a specific adhesin protein, no, which enables the bacteria to adhere to host cells. Ayan, so your Mycoplasma pneumoniae, no, wala na ko tingo, guys, is also known as Eaton's agent. So it causes tracheobronchitis and also causes walking pneumonia or atypical pneumonia. So atypical pneumonia, no, which is characterized by fever with a dry, non-productive hacking cough. So sa X-ray no na siya yung mga patchy infiltrates usually affects children, adolescents, and young adults. So your urea plasma urealyticum naman is the T strain or the T form of your mycoplasma. T form, T strain because it causes or it produces tiny colonies. So again, clinical significance of your urea plasma, it causes non-gonococcal urethritis, causes burning urination, kanang sakit, ihi, with yellow mucoid discharge from urethra. So, murag yun siya og gonorrhea, guys. However, again, dili siya caused by your Neisseria gonorrhoeae. Okay, lung disease no in premature low birth weight infants, yun din makakause din siya ng lung disease again sa inyong mga premature patients. So yan, so this is your Mycoplasma colonies no with dye-in stain. Yan, fried egg appearance. So characteristic niya is fried egg appearance. So mura do siya fried egg. Sige, imagine na lang ninyo guys na fried egg siya guys. And usually dome colonies, dome shape, dome, mura siya og dome. Yan. Yan. So serological testing for this one, we can do cold hemagglutinins or complement fixation testing, CF test. Okay, rapid identification test, we have the nucleic acid hybridization, usually PCR ang testing. So next is we have your chlamydia. Okay, so chlamydia. So we have three no medically important species under your chlamydia. So we have your chlamydia trachomatis, chlamydophila pneumoniae, and your chlamydophila psittaci. Ayan. Okay, so this organism, no, your chlamydia, is actually an intracellular parasite or obligate intracellular parasite. So, nganong obligate intracellular parasite? They or bacteria, they cannot survive no outside the a cell. So they need a host cell in order for them to survive. So they are energy parasites. So it uses the mura siya ginagamit niya ang machinery sa atong cells no in order to produce energy. Ayan. So cell wall similar to gram-negative bacteria, however it lacks peptidoglycan. Okay? Complex ang kanyang developmental cycle. So yeah, so this is the life cycle of your chlamydia no. Okay. So your chlamydia, wait lang, hindi na ako makita under guys. So ayan. So, life cycle of your chlamydia, no? Through a cell receptor, no? The chlamydia or the elementary body, okay, the elementary body will attach to the cell receptors. Okay? And then, pag ma-attach na siya sa cell receptors, no? It will now enter the host cell. So, yeah. So, once maka-enter na siya sa host cell, no? There will be RNA and protein synthesis in the elementary body. Okay? And then transcription of your nucleic acids will also be done no inside the cell of the host. Okay? And then what will happen now if there is RNA synthesis, protein synthesis, and transcription of your nucleic acids in the host cell, there will be reorganization of the elementary body to reticulate body. So your elementary body no after doing the replication no or transcription of the DNA and protein synthesis in your cell no there will be reorganization and your elementary body will be now or become reticulate body. So after 12 hours no inside the host cell there will be binary fission of your reticulate body. Ayan. So what happens in the cell no of our host no the host DNA synthesis declines. Okay, the reticulate body produce their own macromolecule of DNA, RNA, and protein. So mura silang mupuli na sa ato ang cell guys. So sila na pud ang mag-replicate sa atong cell. Gamiton lang nila ang machinery, o machinery when I say machinery katong um mga cell organelles no that is responsible for transcription of RNA or DNA, transcription of DNA, replication or protein synthesis, okay, or RNA synthesis. So instead na ang ato ang DNA ang mahimo no, it will now be mapulihan siya with your reticulate body. So after 24 hours, continued ang replication. Okay, so what happens now? Further reorganization of your reticulate body to elementary body will happen. So, kaninga time, low ang infectivity sa ato ang patient. Okay? And then, what happens here after 30 hours, no? Pag-increase na po ang iyang infectivity, okay? They will become inclusions or cell inclusions, no? Which contains now your elementary body, both your elementary body and your reticulate body. And then after 40 hours, no, mapuno na siya, your cell will lyse. And then, nag-release na po siya another elementary bodies, which will infect now another host cell. So, that's how your chlamydia replication in our host cell happens. Ayan. So yan, so these are your chlamydia species or chlamydia species, no? We have your chlamydia trachomatis, which causes trachoma. Trachoma is a disease sa mata. It is one of the leading causes of blindness in the world, no? Your chlamydia trachomatis. So serotypes causing trachoma, we have your serotype A, B, and C. So si serotype chlamydia trachomatis serotype D through K, no, it causes inclusion conjunctivitis, usually conjunctivitis sa newborns, contracted sa birth canal. Okay? It causes also infant pneumonia, cervicitis, and non-gonococcal urethritis in men. Your serotypes L1, L2, L3 naman, it causes lymphogranuloma venereum. And your chlamydia psittaci, it causes atypical pneumonia and psittacosis. And your chlamydia pneumoniae, serogroup 2R, causes atypical pneumonia, bronchitis, pharyngitis, and sinusitis. So these are the following serotypes, no, and chlamydia species with their corresponding diseases na makos. Sorry. Yan. So your chlamydia species, no, or diagnostics, they cannot be grown outside or on artificial culture media because again, they need a host cell to survive. So saan man nato sila pag-grow, ma'am? We can do cell culture. Okay? So we do cell culture. Ayan, they are grown on cell lines. We have your McCoy cells, okay, HL cells or Hep2 cells. Your chlamydia trachomatis contains glycogen inclusions, no? Ayan. Nasa yung mga glycogen inclusions, no, inside the cell. Okay? Inside the McCoy cell. Okay, ayan. So they will be stained with iodine. Okay, your chlamydia trachomatis is also susceptible to sulfonamides. So how do we differentiate trachomatis from pneumonia and psittaci? Is the sensitivity or susceptibility to sulfonamides. So si trachomatis susceptible sa sulfonamide, no, your pneumonia naman resistant to sulfonamides. So how do we diagnose, no, aside from culturing? We can do serological testing, complement fixation and immunofixation tests. Also, we can do titer, okay, or elevated titers can determine, no, the infection or the infection is present in a patient. Okay, so next, Rickettsia and Ehrlichia. So the family Rickettsia. So we have your the four medically important genera under this family, no? So we have your Rickettsia, Coxiella, Orientia, and Rockalimea. Okay. So again, so same with chlamydia, they are obligate intracellular parasites, except for Rockalimea. So your infections, it causes fever, rashes, and vasculitis, transmitted to humans by arthropods. So, depende no unsa nga arthropod, tick ba, exodes ba, so laylay silang vectors, guys. So, except for Q fever agent, because Q fever is different ang iyang mode of transmission. Sorry. Ayan, so we have your organisms, no, under Rickettsia. So I want you to familiarize and memorize this one, no. Your Rickettsia prowazekii, it causes epidemic typhus or Brill-Zinsser disease. Vectornia laus or your human laus. Reservonia humans. Okay, your Rickettsia typhi naman, it causes endemic typhus or murine typhus. Vectornia is flea. Reservonia are rodents. Orientia chuchugamushi causes crab typhus. Vectornia is mites, rodents. Rickettsia rickettsii, it causes Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Through tick bites, okay, Reservonia rodents and dogs. Rickettsia acari, it causes rickettsial pox. Okay, so Vectornia is mite, okay, or termites, Reservoir mice. Your Coxiella burnetii is the causative agent of your Q fever. Okay? And wala siya vector. So, kaya siya nalahi, guys, kaya wala vector si Coxiella burnetii. So, asa siya reserva sa sheep, cattle, and goats. If na-recall ninyo, earlier this year, no, 2024, mga January yata to, na ay cases of Q fever, no? Nakuha nila from goats. Okay, because again, the reservoir of your Q fever is goats. Rockalimea quintana, it causes trench fever. Again, laos ang iyang vector. And Ehrlichia cafensis, it causes human monocyte ehrlichiosis. Ang ticks ang iyang vector. Okay, so I want you to memorize this one kay appeal gyud ni siya sa exam for sure. So kung sa ang organism, unsa ang disease, okay? So you have to include that one when study. So how do we diagnose no detection of the organism in the tissues? So we can use GEMSA stain or the immunofluorescent assay. So since it is intracellular now, culture niya kay chick yolk sac. Okay, tissue culture. So your Rockalimea exemption siya because it can be grown with artificial media na na-eye blood. So serological testing, we have your complement fixation, ELISA, Will-Felix reaction, no? Will-Felix reaction is the phenomenon, no, that is present sa patients with rickettsia because the antibodies form against your rickettsia infection, okay, or against rickettsia, will agglutinate no OX strains of your Proteus vulgaris. Okay? Ayan. So, natay different OX strains no of our Proteus. We have OX19, OX2, and OXK. Ayan. So, your Rocky Mountain spotted fever caused by your rickettsia or Orientia chuchugamushi rather. It causes reaction no on your Proteus no OX19 and OX2. Okay? Si rickettsial pox naman or si rickettsia acari, wala, negative siya ana. Epidemic typhus no caused by your rickettsia typhi. Okay? Um, sa OX19 lang siya mag-react. Sa 2 and K wala. Okay? Si endemic typhus naman, so ay rather epidemic. Okay, so yung epidemic typhus si Prowazeki pala. Okay, si Prowazeki, excuse me. Yung epidemic typhus si Prowazeki, yung endemic typhus si Typhi. So, the same lang sila sa OX19 mag-react. Si scrub typhus naman, it will be positive no sa OXK. What is the causative agent of your scrub typhus? Is your Orencia chuchugamushi. So, si Rocky Mountain spotted fever pala is caused by your Rickettsia rickettsii. Okay, so si scrub typhus o si Orencia chuchugamushi, positive siya sa or mag-react siya with your OXK antigens of your Proteus vulgaris. Ayan, trench fever, Q fever, negative sila. And si rickettsial pox. So how do you differentiate them? So differentiate them through their Will-Felix reaction. Ayan, so what is this? Virulence factors now of your rickettsia though, it damages your endothelial cells, no, or endothelial lining of the blood vessels. So they will induce phagocytosis. And then what will happen now? Your rickettsia will escape the phagosome-lysosome fusion. So since may escape na niya, it will rapidly increase in number. So they will multiply inside the cell because again, they are intracellular organisms. So they are resistant to lysosomal enzymes. No, that's why they can bypass now your phagocytes. Okay, or phagocytes. Ayan. So it has endosperm. There are also organisms that are or that can produce endospore, no? Your Coxiella burnetii. And usually cell to cell ang spread niya. Aray, sorry. Ayan. Wait lang guys. Kaya nag-cramps ang aking pa. Ayan. So this is the rash no caused by your Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Yan. So sa electron microscopy, this is your rickettsia. This is the actin tail. Yan. So treatment for this one, doxycycline, chloramphenicol, eradicate lice, no, because most of the time, no, they are transmitted through lice. Wear protective clothing and use insect repellent, especially sa mga tick-borne diseases. Ayan. So identify the bacterial disease. So this is your Lyme disease, right? Lyme disease. Okay. Chancre or guma caused by syphilis. This one is your mycoplasma. Okay, this one is your rickettsia. Okay, ayan. So this one is the intrauterine infection caused by your urea plasma. So ayan, so that's it for our discussion of our last discussion of our spirochete. So I hope you will study your lessons and please unta na mo na learn sa Bakte, guys. So that ends my discussion for Bakte. So I hope you have learned something from prelim to finals and unta mag-manifest siya sa inyo ang exam scores labi na sa compre. So balik-balik na lang yun atong question ani sa compre, guys. So please study your lessons and I hope you have enjoyed the ride of Bakte during first sem. So yeah, salamat guys.